Now in our 6th year, this is GabNet, the Great American Broadcast Network. Talk like you've never heard it before.
Hey everybody, this is Alex and this is the Ramble, and we go until midnight tonight here on the East Coast of the United States of America, or from it, or around it, or wherever. Okay? Alrighty? How are you all, everybody? Let me just turn up my microphone there. Let me get everything just right. And this is what we do on the first of every show here. We are. Oh God, no. I don't want to do this. Look at that.
I'm bugging out. I heard that the Chinese are dumping a 100-foot rocket either on New York City or somewhere between there and New Zealand, and we're not going to get a lot of warning.
What have you got that cheesy background there for?
Because I have a green screen. See?
No, you don't. You're not using. Show me the green screen.
All right. That means I'd have to go to this, go to preferences.
Yeah.
Go to backgrounds and filters.
And it says, take off green screen. Oh, that is a cheesy green screen.
Okay, well, let me find something else. Now I'm at dinner with Newsom.
No.
Okay, how about me on a police boat?
Oh, boy. Why don't you just have some kind of just neutral background?
Let's see, neutral background.
How much did you pay for that cheesy green screen?
$40.
$40?
Yeah.
For 160, it could have bought what I have back here.
Yeah. Oh, I got that.
I
haven't added a lot of things to the. I haven't added a lot of things to the deal. I just started messing with the green screen, but it's a green screen because I can hold stuff up. You can see it. I can move it around. You don't lose it. It's kind of like yours. You got New York. I got San Francisco.
I'm exhausted enough as it is. I don't need this, do I?
No, probably not.
No, probably not.
Did you? Let's start a little easier. How you doing?
Terribly. I feel horrible. I just feel so tired lately.
Yeah.
Just tired all the time. Yeah.
It's 81 degrees out here, and it feels really hot.
Really?
Yeah. What's it like by you?
It's let me see here. What's the temperature right now? It's 59 degrees.
That would be comfortable.
Yeah. But I'm just tired all the time. I can't get over it. I don't know what it is. I'm just, so tired. I just don't know if I want to do shows anymore.
Yeah, maybe you need a break.
It could be. I don't know if I'm just exhausted because of the whole COVID thing or whatever, but I'm tired all day long.
Yeah. It could be the COVID thing. It could just be that psychologically we're getting beaten down, and because of COVID. And
but I've been going out and taking walks every day. I've been doing a 1.5 miles to 2 miles a day.
Yeah.
There's a little walk, I should be feeling better, but I don't.
You should be, but maybe your creative juices aren't being challenged.
I don't know. And we also have less people watching this show now.
All right. Well, as long as if they don't watch, then they'll listen.
If I go over, no, they don't listen either. So, let me see here. How many people are watching? 23 people are watching us right now.
Well, that's not bad. It's Tuesday and it's me. But
But then if I go over and I take a look and see how many people are listening to us, 7 people are listening to us. Now, why the hell am I even doing a show?
I think people watch now more than they listen. This has become...
Well, obviously they don't watch enough because I've only got 23 people watching.
Yeah, well, what do you have on a good day? 40, 45?
About 40, yeah.
All right. Well, it takes a little time for it to stoke the fire.
Excuse me, we're up to 24 people now. But I'm exhausted when I do this show. I feel exhausted lately, and why am I doing it if I'm exhausted?
I think maybe you need to get rid of some of the negativity that's on it. Close that chat. It's negative, and all you have is a bunch of trolls on there.
I never pay attention to that, though.
Yeah,
I never pay attention.
It's next to the thing. I have another screen here that's probably counting one of the 24 people.
Yeah, if you hang up right now, I'll be down to 20. I'm back down to 23. So fuck whoever left.
The other screen is on YouTube. So I just watch what it looks like.
Right, but if you stop that right now,
yeah,
it would go down to 22. Watch,
okay.
Everybody, watch what happens. Wait a minute, we're up to 25 now.
Now you're down to 24.
Now well, you just hung up.
Yeah, I hung up the YouTube.
Oh yeah, we're down to 23.
All right, so one of them doesn't count.
Yeah, but anyway.
Podcasting's different. Even though you do this live, a lot of people just record it and then people play it.
Yes, and I check those numbers throughout the day, and they're really shitty lately. Yeah.
Well, it's time for some new content.
Something, Maybe I need to stop doing this for a couple of weeks. I don't know.
I don't think that's a bad idea. I mean, if you're getting tired and your creative juices will expand when you're not in the middle of the thing. It's
I don't think so.
Forest for the trees.
I don't think so. I just don't think I have it anymore. I'm not good at this.
I can't.
We're now down to 21.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, saying I'm not good at it is, you got to have a positive attitude. The little girl who has 2 million followers and she does the nails, she's excited about doing nails.
Well, that also pisses me off.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. I try to do a show here. And all I can get is what? Oh, now we're down to 21.
What about different nights doing different themes? So, for instance, one night you have a tech theme. Another night,
I hate theme shows.
Theme.
I hate theme shows.
Well, yeah, it's just that
I
it
hate
gives
theme shows. They're terrible. That's a terrible idea, Phil.
Compared to what?
Compared to non-theme shows.
Right. The non-theme show gives you 21 listeners.
No, we got 23 now.
All right. Well, hey, things are heating up.
Yeah.
So what do you think of this space junk that may hit 21 tons? It's supposed to come into the atmosphere. It's the biggest amount of space.
Happens all the time.
Not like this. This is one of the this is the largest bit of space junk, and they don't know where it's going to come down. The Chinese have not put in any operating system to allow them to guide it into a safe zone. So at this point, it could take down the grid. It could take down New York City.
It could, but chances are it won't, because most of it is going to dissipate coming through the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of it.
A lot of it.
They're saying that 21 tons, the largest.
Also, the chances of it hitting a populated area is very remote, oddly enough. If you think about the surface of the Earth, to begin with, what is most of the surface of the Earth?
Ocean.
That's right. For starters, okay? Then you got mountains, you've got all kinds of things. And so, consequently, it could hit something, and it could make trouble, but it probably is not going to. But This was a Chinese rocket, right?
It's a very large one. It's 2/3 the size of the space station. So it was 100 feet long.
Yeah, because it was launching a space station up there.
Right.
Yeah.
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 And was this the rocket that launched the space station, or was this the whole thing?
This was the rocket that launched the space station.
I see.
But they say they won't have it operational for about 2 years, something like that.
Yeah.
And you know, but I mean, do you know how much garbage we have up there? I mean, it is just incredible the amount of garbage we have.
Yeah. Well,
up there.
they were on strike, and now look what we got.
Yeah, yeah. But you know, I mean, the Chinese are going to be part of the space race. There's no question about it.
Yeah.
They're going to be on the moon, I think, in 2 years.
Do you think it's going to be a private concern?
It is. Yes, it's already been the business has already been given out to SpaceX. They're going to land. They're going to have a woman as one of the crew.
Wow.
Yeah. It's going to be a lot easier than the first time we did it, because the first time we were doing it with spit and baling wire, and now we've got all the technology we need to do it pretty accurately. You know,
We put a tractor on Mars, you know, that's got a drone attached to it, so it can fly around and see, you know, where the little rover is going.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it's amazing that we're progressing.
Yeah, but
that far.
SpaceX has been given the go ahead to do a moon launch, and they say they'll probably do it within 2 years.
You think they're going to put a Tesla dealership on the moon?
Probably.
Yeah. Talking about rich guys.
Mm-hmm.
It seems that Microsoft founder Bill Gates and his wife are splitting.
Yes.
They're saying that this may be more costly than the Bezos splitting.
I don't, you know, when you say costly, okay, when
What's
you've
their
got
money?
$130 billion, let's say she gets half of it. Is that costly? You still got $75 billion.
Well, you know, where's Bill going to get his lunch money from? You know,
I just want to know what was so untenable that they couldn't tough it out.
You know, they had their charities to bind them together. Mm-hmm. And they said that they're still going to maintain those charities and work together with them, but they just couldn't live together.
So you go live in separate apartments, okay? You know, but you know, why get divorced? Why not? Obviously there was something that brought you together in the first place. I just think that one or the other has something they want to do besides being married to one of these people. Okay,
that's a possibility.
I think there's either another woman or another guy somewhere in this mix, and that because what's the reason to get divorced? What, you don't like the person anymore? It seems like they get along okay.
Yeah. Well, maybe people think they can get the better deal. You know,
all I know is that
more money.
She is certainly going to be worth. She's certainly going to get. I don't think she's going to get half of it because he was already a multi-billionaire when they got married. Okay, although they did not have a prenup. There was no prenup. But some people don't get prenups because they find that rather unromantic at a time when they're feeling romantic. Okay.
Yeah,
and that's why people don't get a prenup when they really would be better off getting a prenup. So,
yeah, especially you know, a guy that has as much money as Bill Gates or Jeff Bezos. Well, Jeff Bezos didn't have money. Well, he had money. I mean, how long was he married?
Well, she deserved to get anything that she wanted because she was there at the very beginning.
That's
and
what I
they
thought.
created Amazon together, and she was there from the beginning. So if she got half of it, she deserved that. Melinda Gates, on the other hand, was not there from the beginning.
Yeah, she was a secretary.
No, she wasn't a secretary.
His secretary.
She was something better than that. You know?
Oh,
yeah. So
okay.
Yeah, but you know, so I mean, it's You know, I just don't see why they're getting divorced, to be honest with you. But you know,
I agree.
next thing you know, Marjorie's going to dump me. So, what the hell?
Yeah. Well, there's the door. There's the door.
Yeah. Have you got a couch?
Yeah. I've stayed on your couch. You remember in Sausalito when they evacuated
Yes.
the things,
Yeah.
and there was a slide behind my house because I live below the Altamira Hotel,
That's right.
and so they made me leave my apartment, and I went down to your place and I stayed on the sofa in the living room.
Yeah. Yeah.
We did the show from your dining room table.
You want to see what's so cool about my green screen?
Yeah, you can push it down.
Look at that.
I think that's a nice green screen. I like that a lot better than the one I bought, but I
Yeah.
decided to set it up,
Yeah.
and it's got a frame. It was a special from Westcott for $49 or $39, and it's been in the closet for a long time.
Yeah. Well, this thing I can just, you know, when I'm not using it, I can just move it over to the back. It's got a little clasp and everything. It's very nice. Very
Yeah.
nice.
Oh, I like that. And then I looked online for someone else who was thinking about getting a green screen, and this one was like $129, but this is a real piece of garbage. I guess I bought it on sale, and B&H had a promotion on
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
So you know, I also sent you an article.
By the way, this hasn't
that-
got us any higher numbers here, you know.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Talking about our
want me to
green
put
screens.
Newsom back on. You know. Anyway, I sent you an
You
article.
know, enough with him going to the what was that
French
restaurant?
Laundry.
The French Laundry. Enough of him with that. You know, it was a big mistake he made, but come on.
Well, I'm just rubbing it in.
You know, I mean, and that's what they're trying to hold against him. Come on, folks.
No,
I mean,
they-
do you really agree with the recall?
Yes.
Why?
I do.
Why? What did he do that was so terrible? I mean, forget about the fact that his politics are not your politics.
That's part of it.
No, but that shouldn't be a reason why you recall somebody.
I understand. I feel that he's handling the lockdowns wrong at this point. That he's not. You know,
Do you think he
should
was handling it right at one time?
Yes.
Okay, so he all of a sudden was fucking up a little bit, and all of a sudden you want to. That's your excuse to recall.
Oh, it's not a little bit. You know, when he totally locked down everything, everybody was locked down, and now he is he's locking down businesses and people without. It's not even across the board. He's not doing. He's not being fair in the way that he's doing the lockdown. For instance, you remember in LA, there was a woman with a restaurant, and they wouldn't let her open up her parklets, but there was a movie company in her parking lot that had parklets, and they were catering.
What's a parklet?
When they take a parking space
Uh-huh.
and they sort of put some sides and a top on it, so it's still outdoors, and but basically you're sitting in the street, and so they take
Okay,
a
but you know, I mean, these things are nuances of the situation and how you take care of them.
it's also the homeless situation, and what's happening
Is the homeless situation his fault?
yes,
How?
he's,
Because I know
they're
that L.A. has had a homeless problem for quite a while.
Yes, but LA's homeless problem is just as bad as San Francisco's homeless problem. And the reason it's his fault is that they're spending millions and millions of dollars, so thousands of dollars per homeless person. And I believe that what they're doing is they're creating an economy around the homeless people. They have people whose jobs is to dole out services. And so he's made.
But you see, you're blaming a lot of this on him when these are things and problems that already existed before he ever became governor. He's only been governor for how long now? About 2 years?
Probably.
Yeah, these problems were a problem long before he became governor. And if he's going to try and solve them, it's not like he can solve them overnight.
I don't want to mention the T word, but in many cases, Trump was blamed for things that were wrong and he didn't fix. So now it's Newsom.
But here's what happens. If once you become governor, then give it a couple of years. Then if you haven't started to make some progress, you can be blamed for it. But the thing is that you've got to remember that he is also being blamed for a lot of stuff he had no control over. I mean, COVID came along and he had to deal with it, and he had a huge problem in California.
Ron DeSantis is being hailed as a hero.
He's being hailed as an asshole.
Just because you don't like his politics.
No, it isn't that I don't like his politics. He happens to be an asshole.
Well, I've heard him speak.
What was it? Oh, what was it? The thing he just put into play down there, and I went, why? Oh, yeah. If you're a teacher and you get the shot, right, the vaccine, you aren't being allowed to teach. Now, how does that in anybody's mind even make sense?
And you get the shot? You're not allowed to teach?
Yes, you're not allowed to teach.
That doesn't make sense. Where do you see?
This is in Florida. Haven't you read about it?
You must be reading the Penny Saver.
No, I'm not.
I'm
not.
Because I hadn't heard any of those things.
I heard that.
He says that people need to open up the schools, and you have to get in school participation. That we have a generation of kids.
And they were also passing laws down there to prevent people from voting.
I don't know where you're getting your stuff.
Well, I'm getting it from
like you're listening to. Who's that commie that is a friend of Amy?
Amy,
I think you're listening to her.
Commie Amy. Amy the commie.
But hey, I sent you an article about what was going on in China.
I don't read the articles you sent.
Okay, their population has gone down quite a bit, and they think it's because of COVID deaths. And but the government's numbers that they're giving us are, that they had 4 COVID deaths, and one of them got hit by a car. So their numbers aren't really in line with their population loss, and they're thinking that it's COVID deaths, and it's mostly around urban.
Look, I don't for a moment deny that the Chinese may be fudging numbers, but then again, so did Trump.
Well, and so did Cuomo.
Cuomo, yeah. I mean, so far as China is concerned, they may have lost a lot more people than they said.
Well, if you read that article,
but they were on top of it in the beginning.
Yeah.
I mean, they got on top of it really fast, and the reason they can get on top of it fast. Let me explain something to you. You know why? They are so virulently communist in China. They don't believe democracy like we have works. And the reason it doesn't work is because you can't react fast enough. That if you have the kind of system that China has, and they get like a pandemic, they can nip it in the bud as fast as they possibly can, because they just say, close it all down. That's it. Nobody gets together in Congress and fights about it over political, they believe that you have a more efficient government if it's totalitarian.
Do you want to live under a totalitarian government?
I would rather live under that than Trump.
I think you're crazy. We have fought and lost blood for the rights that we have.
What rights do we have?
We have a constitution.
Well, wait a minute. For constitution for everybody?
How are the Uyghurs doing?
How about the blacks in Minneapolis who get their neck crushed in? Huh?
This is one guy.
That? Wait a minute. Hold on a second.
One guy. This is not a government.
No, what do you mean one guy? There have been murders all over the country by policemen. against
And
blacks,
how
and
many?
we go back to the lynchings, and we go back to
Come on, you're grabbing at straws. You know how
Phil.
many
I'm telling
millions?
you, right
You know how
now.
many millions of
Before
interactions?
you go around, giving the Chinese a bad time, one of them, when they had a meeting or something, it was brought up how they were treating the Uyghurs and stuff. They said, "Look how you're treating the blacks in your country. Come back to us when you don't have any
That's
sins."
tit for tat. Are you kidding? They got 1 million people in
Hey, what they're
camps.
doing to the Uyghurs is terrible. What we've done to blacks, what we've done to Hispanics in this
I think
country,
that
what we've done to women is horrible in this
we
country.
have done. Our country has made mistakes in the past when it came to the American Indians, when it came to women, the vote,
Mhm.
when it came to blacks. But you know what?
What?
Our country is still the best place to live in the world. Why do people want to run from these other governments?
I would think it's just as nice to live in England or to live in Italy or to live in Spain.
You know, why do they want to run from these other governments like in Central
Do you see
America?
anybody running? Do you see anybody running out of Spain to come to live here? Do you see people running from oppression in England or Sweden or Denmark?
Yeah, Alec Baldwin's wife. Do you remember the story around that?
No.
She claimed to be a Spaniard. She was actually from Boston.
Well, what does that have to do with what we're talking about?
Do you see anybody from Spain coming here? Yeah, Alec Baldwin's wife. But this country attracts people because they have a chance to better themselves, to better their families, to better their lives. Hey, you do that, but if you'd rather live under a government like Venezuela,
Phil, you're a Jew, right?
Yes,
I'm a Jew, right?
and we're allowed to be Jews.
During World War II, were we allowed to just come here and get away from Germany?
No, but we were able to.
No, we weren't. That's the answer. No, we weren't. So don't tell me
because
that we let people in and we give them a better future. We wouldn't let Jews in here because they're Jews, obviously.
Eventually, we did, and it was because
eventually we did.
Roosevelt.
No, we didn't. I had a friend of mine. I had a friend of mine who fled Germany at one point during the war, and he had to go through Cuba and get citizenship in Cuba in order to come to the United States.
Well, you know, there were a lot of anti-Semites and a lot of people that
Do you know that Hitler at one point said, "I will give any country that wants them as many Jews as they can take." Okay? And the only country that took him up on the offer, believe it or not, was Franco in Spain. Okay? Was Franco in Spain. And he then told the Jews, wait a minute, let me finish. Why? Tell me. You're going to be wrong.
Because they were making money.
No.
The Jews were paying for passports.
No.
Porfirio Rubioso made his money, other than marrying Barbara Hutton, he made his money.
Where's Porfirio Rubioso from?
Spain.
No, wasn't from Spain. It was Franco that was.
I understand. Rubioso was getting papers for Jews, and that's
the thing was that what Franco said to the Jews was, you can come here, but you have to leave when you get here and go find somewhere else to go. We'll help you get there, but you have to go somewhere else. Like my friend went to Cuba as an example, he took a lot of Jews. The United States didn't take any Jews. None. No. Zero. Zilcho.
Because you had people like Henry Ford and that they were major.
Phil, you're talking about what a wonderful country this is. How we embrace people who are trying to come from other countries. Look what we did. We wouldn't. People are fleeing Syria. We won't let them into this country.
That's not true. We took a number of Syrians. Matter of fact, my company is working with the U.S. government to try to get Syrians to be trained to be carpet installers. On the level.
Welcome to America, where anybody can grow up to be a carpet installer.
Hey, you got a future in floor covering sales, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
But look, a carpet installer makes about $50 an hour. All right. Mm-hmm. And so when we were talking to some government people, about training them. They said, well, how much can they make? $15 an hour? No, $50 an hour. They said, this is great. The talks and negotiations are still in process, but we've got schools through the Carpet and Rug Institute, and we're setting up these schools to train people to.
Do you think
to be
you would have been able to do this under Trump?
It was under Trump.
What do you mean it's not under Trump?
It started under the Trump administration, during the Trump administration.
I don't know anything about that. But,
Well, yeah, I understand. This is something that I belong to a co-op. You understand co-ops because you like communism.
It's like communism. Right?
You and Amy.
Yeah, me and Amy the commie. Yeah. You think Amy's a commie?
No, I think that she's just so wrapped up in hating. There's a lot of division in this country, and she extols that division by her positions. Nobody is right, everybody's wrong except Amy and her beliefs.
I think Amy doesn't know what she's talking about too, but that's the one thing we can agree on. Anyway, what was the last question I wanted to ask you? Because your picture just came up on my Alexa, right?
My picture?
No, Caitlyn Jenner. Are you going to vote for Caitlyn Jenner?
No, I think I would vote for that the guy who was UN ambassador to Germany. Was his name Grissom or something?
I think it was Adolf Hitler. I think it's a guy you would really like, Hitler.
Now all of a sudden it passed.
Here's the point. Here's
a gay guy, but he's brilliant.
If I were you, and I will just make this suggestion to you: do not, when it's time to go vote, do not vote for recall. Don't vote for it. It's unhealthy for politics and everything in California. Just live with this guy for another 2 years, and then,
Well, John Cox, who is one of the other guys that's running, he's a businessman, and he lost to Newsom during the open election.
He sucks.
I don't know that he sucks.
Yes, he does. He's a cocksucker.
Okay,
anyway,
but
hey, listen, we're running.
Caitlyn Jenner, I like her stand on sports for boys that claim to be girls playing in girl sports.
Okay,
he says that it's an unfair advantage.
Yeah. Anyway, listen, I got to go here because there are people that are going to want to,
all right,
talk to me. But I'll see you next week. Okay.
Sounds good to me.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's Phil Meyer. Goodbye, Phil.
Hi.
There he goes, ladies and gentlemen, Phil Meyer. I had fun with Phil. I had fun with him. Okay? All right? Okay. All right. Anyway, where are we? Why are we a little bit out of sync here? I don't understand this. Hold on a second. Let me do something here. I will... bring this here, and I'm going to freeze up for a second, folks. You're going to see some strange stuff happening here, but it'll clean itself up. See how I'm frozen right now? And then all of a sudden I will become unfrozen, and then, see? Now I'm in sync. I'm more in sync than I was, okay? Who knows what this is all about? Anyway. Let me see here. Let me let everybody in, so we can start having them start. There we go. There we go. There we go. We got Jeff, and we got Scott, and we got Charlie, and we got Alan. Hello, everybody. How are you?
Hello.
Huh? You okay?
Hello. Checking.
May the 4th be with you.
May the 4th, May the 4th be with you. This is Star Wars Day. So, yeah, because it's May the 4th. So, anyway, well, good night, everybody. Thanks for being here.
That's about it. You had a whole show there.
What?
Yeah, that was fun.
What? What was fun?
Oh, you and Phil.
Oh, that. Yeah. Well.
Plus and minus.
Huh?
Plus and minus.
Plus and minus, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Bill-
definitely.
Mr. Minus on everything.
Well, and I'm, I mean, I just, I don't like this constant attitude that America is the best place ever. I'm sorry, I mean, England's a very nice place to live. I could very easily live in Spain and enjoy it. I could live in Italy and enjoy it. Denmark, Sweden, France. I mean, they're all
Yeah.
good places to live, and I think a lot of them, if they didn't have the COVID thing going over there, I'd say they were probably easily as good as the United States to live in, and they are just as much democracies as we are, okay, if not more so, After all, wasn't France the place where democracy began? Or no, it was Greece, if I'm not
Greece,
mistaken.
yeah.
It was Greece.
Close enough.
Close enough. Hey, Scott Boddicker, gosh, we actually get your presence on this show tonight.
I had so much fun on your Monday show. I thought I'd give you a night show shot again.
Yeah.
And besides, I like listening to Phil because he's really smart, and I really learned so much.
Yeah. He's very bright.
He is very bright. Unfortunately, he's very Republican too.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know how anybody can like the idiot in Florida. I mean,
am I right? By the way, was I right? Haven't they said down there the teachers?
I've heard that. I mean, I could actually like Trump over the guy in Florida. That's how bad the guy in
but the
Florida
thing is,
sounds.
Trump said that when he runs for president again, he's gonna have DeSantis be his vice presidential candidate.
There you go.
I guess he's fell out of love with Pence.
Oh yeah.
Pence wants to live.
But the thing is, am I
Right.
right or am I wrong? Charlie DeSantis is basically, they've said down there, teachers who get the shot can't teach.
Yeah, he doesn't want people to have the shot.
Although he got it, didn't he?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't understand these people, to tell you the truth. I really don't. But I mean, DeSantis is a real piece of work.
Yeah, I mean, he makes Trump and Hitler look like angels. I mean, this guy, whenever I hear this guy on the news, I think, God, why doesn't Trump run for governor of Florida? I'd vote for him down there.
Would you? You're not a person who lives in Florida, so you couldn't vote for governor.
Well, I could get a post office box. Anyhow, it doesn't really matter. I just think he would be better than DeSantis.
Yeah. Well, I think it's absurd. It's absurd.
I think DeSantis and Ted Cruz ought to run together.
Yeah.
They're both on about the same level.
Ted Cruz, what a piece of work Ted Cruz is, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, geez almighty. I mean, he's really...
He's our boy.
But what happens? Do these people actually wake up in the morning and say, what can I do today that will piss people off? I
Yep.
mean, how do you, come on, you and Boddicker, Charlie, the two of you are responsible for Ted Cruz. Now explain Ted Cruz to us.
I cannot explain why Texans are crazy enough to have elected him once, much less twice.
Now, didn't your governor do something really stupid in the last week or so?
Every week.
Maybe. I don't listen to them. I don't listen to the gimp.
What do you mean you don't listen to them?
Well, he wants everybody in Texas to have a gun
All right.
with no background checks, no license, Wild West. Give everybody a gun. Let God sort them out, I guess,
Let everybody have a gun.
Yep.
No training. You don't have to get any
No
training.
training.
Any kind of gun?
Do they wake up in the morning and say, what can I do to be a perfect asshole?
No.
I mean, it almost seems like you have to work to be this kind of asshole.
I saw on Twitter someone called him Fat Wolverine.
Fat Wolverine? Yes.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty funny with his beard and everything. Kind of does look
Oh,
like a
that,
Fat
yeah,
Wolverine.
Ted Cruz.
Yeah,
Ted Cruz, yeah.
Ted Cruz.
Amazing. Just amazing. Well, what's happening? Anything we want to talk about here? Or shall I just call the show off and go home? I am home. Excuse me.
Our home.
Because I'm so out of it lately. I can't even think straight to say, okay, here's something we can talk about. You know, I'll tell you what I am sick of. I am so sick of watching MSNBC. Marjorie always has MSNBC on.
Love that woman.
Yeah.
You got a big place. Get another TV. Go
I
get
know
your
I
own
do,
TV.
but I mean, I go, why are you watching this? It's the same thing over and over and over and over. And she likes this woman in the afternoon who used to be a Republican. I don't know if she's
Nicole
still,
Wallace.
Nicole Wallace. Every day, at least once on that show, she says, and I used to work for the Nixon administration.
Bush, I think.
Bush administration.
Bush, yeah.
Yeah, I used to work for the Bush administration, and I'm going,
Bush Jr.
do you have to keep reminding us of that every day? I mean, is that your only claim to fame, is that you made a big mistake once? You know, I mean, I just don't, I really don't get that channel. I like CNN better, you know. But if I want a really good laugh, and a place to jerk off, I watch OAN. Have you seen the tits on those women?
No.
Who here has seen OAN?
Yeah, a little
You
bit.
haven't seen OAN? Oh my God, there's a woman that's on every night at 6 o'clock that's got a rack on her that won't stop. And she's not afraid of showing it either. You know, so I mean,
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock. You know the show?
No, I'm looking it up.
Nope, I'll watch it tonight.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Look it up. See what her name is. I forget what her name is, but it's almost as though she's like,
Kara McKinney?
huh?
No. Kara McKinney came up in my search.
Kara McKinney. Let me see here. Kara McKinney. Kara, is that C-A-R?
K-A-R-A.
R-A.
Kinney.
Kinney? K-I-N-N-E-Y?
Tommy Lauren.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay.
Tommy Lauren.
McKinney. Oh, here we go. Kara McKinney. Let me see if this is her. No, that's not her.
Okay.
How about Tommy Lauren?
No, she's not busty.
No.
No, and it's not Kara McKinney.
A name
Okay.
somebody just sent me.
Oh!
What? What?
Nothing.
Oh, okay. OAN. Hold on a second. OAN. Let me look up this. Let me see here. Which one is she?
Personalities. Let's look at that.
There's personalities. OAN. Let's see here. Personalities.
Zero. Oh,
Huh?
They're not showing them below the neck too much.
Oh, okay. I can't remember her name now.
Rachel Arnett?
No.
She looks like she's leaning backwards.
No.
Balance out.
I'm trying to look here, and I can't. They don't even have pictures of their hosts.
It's time to stop watching it.
Stephanie Hamill is a
Yes,
suggestion.
that's it.
Yep. Thanks, Dave Corbin.
Wait a minute.
Stephanie. Okay.
All I had to think of was Stephanie Hamill is the name. Okay,
Yeah.
Stephanie Hamill. There we go.
George Hamill's daughter?
There we go.
That's
There we
George
go.
Hamill.
In focus with Stephanie Hamill. There she is. Okay, let me see here. I can show the picture of her. Let me see here. Is this it? Okay, hold on a second. There we go. There's Stephanie Hamill, right there. That's her.
Well, let's see her. Put her on.
Let me see here. Can we?
Gotta wait 30 seconds.
Wait a minute. Is there?
I wanted to give you a chance to react to the latest with Congresswoman
That's her.
Maxine Waters,
See,
your
look at her. Look at
colleague,
that.
who over the
that's
weekend broke
sexy.
the curfew, went to Minneapolis, went to go stir the pot. We know the area's like a tinderbox, and she was telling.
Okay. All right. but they have women on all day long because it's kind of like they're trying to. It's kind of like, I don't know. I think the Nazis used women, didn't they, to kind of get people over to their side? You know, so it's amazing to me. But that's her, Stephanie. What was the last name again?
Hamill.
Hamill. Yeah, over there.
Scott Hamill.
OAN, folks. But anyway.
I don't get the OAM.
OAN?
Yeah, I don't get that.
I bet you do.
What's that? Stephanie Hamill is not spelled OAN.
No, it's OAN is the name of the channel.
Oh,
Like
Ion?
AON. What is
One
it?
American News.
Yeah, One American News.
One
That's
American News is what it stands for.
Never heard of it. Okay.
I bet you get it on your system.
I'll look it up because I like racks too, just like you do.
Yeah,
Alex.
yeah. And by the way, I'm being very sexist here.
Yes.
So what else is new?
Yeah. So, you know, what? I'm going to lose a few people here? Who cares? Who cares? You know, I got up to 37 people. Maybe that's because they showed the woman with her rack.
That's because I'm here.
Yeah. But I tuned this in one night and I went, what the hell is going on? And she was wearing a low cut thing that night. And she was trying to tempt me with her cleavage.
Really?
Yeah. I was getting ready to become a right winger just so I could say, show me, you know.
Okay, there you go.
Anyway.
Show me.
So let me see here. Anything else happening here?
Show me the money.
God, it's boring. It's really dull. I think one of the reasons I'm so tired is there's nothing exciting happening.
I think you got to cancel your pop-up
Why?
because it's boring.
What? The pop-up's kind of fun.
Oh, pop-ups.
I'm kidding. Shit. I'm just saying, you know, why don't you, instead of saying all the negative things in the show, why don't you say positive? I feel great. You look great. Come talk on my show.
But how can I say that? I'm exhausted.
Oh, I don't know. You seem to be okay. Nothing. You look about the same as you did last year when I got on the show.
Really?
Yeah, I think you're fine.
I feel I look like crap.
Oh, well, so do I. Well, welcome to your 60s or 70s.
Yeah,
or
well,
80s.
what are we going to have? A whole bunch of people that look like crap here? What's the positive value of that?
I don't
Look,
know. I think you ought to get that 14-year-old girl.
On
doing
top of
her
that, we
nails
only
on
have
the
40
show.
people watching and only 5 people besides me here.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, we don't want to confuse you.
I mean, shouldn't the show have grown over the years?
Yeah.
Well, you know what happened, I think, is that where before we were maybe one podcast out of 10,000, we're now, do you know how many podcasts are out there?
2 million.
About 3 million.
Yeah.
3 million podcasts.
Yeah, but how many are hosted by a famous Jew?
Does Seinfeld do one?
Did he? Okay, so maybe 3 out of that 3 million.
So how's everything out where you are, Polish Scott?
It's Ohio. It's okay.
It's
Nothing really new.
Yeah.
You know, Cleveland had the NFL draft, and it's going to be interesting. I mean, they were all outside, but there were thousands of people crammed together. So it's going to be interesting if that has any effect on anything.
Really?
COVID.
Good test. San Francisco just went to yellow today. I don't know.
What do you mean went to yellow?
What does that mean?
Well, I guess it's a Newsom thing on how the positivity rate of COVID is, and they have got very few people turning up positive, less than 0.5% in San Francisco the past 3 weeks.
Yeah, San Francisco's got it's within, I think, 10% of herd immunity.
Yeah.
Didn't
Just like New York, huh? No.
The California on 2 days in a row without a death from COVID.
California is the leader in the numbers are being low on COVID.
Now, all of a sudden, it used to be terrible, and then all of a sudden it turned around. What happened?
Vaccines.
The vaccines did.
Yeah.
It's not working.
It'll happen in New York too. I mean, there
No,
are
it
a lot of
won't.
New
No, it
Yorkers
won't.
getting
No,
vaccinated.
no. What do you mean? Is it that we only have we have under 50% vaccinated,
Oh well, they're not watching
Or
your
we got
show.
Texas.
and that's with one shot. They haven't gone back necessarily for the second shot.
Yeah. Well,
So something like 49% have had at least one shot.
that's not bad. Those people, chances are, won't get COVID.
You know something? You can get yourself, okay? You can get yourself a COVID shot just by sneezing out the window now.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, it's so easy. Remember how difficult it was to get a shot? Remember, you lined up and you had to dial for hours to go online and get.
Right.
And now, I mean, hell, I think, you know, in fact, downtown, Union Square, there was somebody out there saying, joints for a jab. In other words, if you get yourself a vaccination, they'll give you a free joint.
How many times did you go through the line, Alex?
No, I went, damn it, I already, you know, got
He's on the
mine.
lid.
But I mean, you know, come on. That's fine. That's cool.
In New Jersey, they give you a free beer.
Yeah, I read
Yep.
that.
Why should they give you a free anything? Isn't just getting it worth it?
The shot's free.
The shot is free, for crying out loud.
Wait, wasn't somebody giving away $100 savings
Yes,
bonds?
that was North
West
Car-
Virginia.
West
governor.
Virginia? Yeah, yeah.
Jim
Yeah,
Johnson.
whatever you got to do, get the people shot. I mean, get them a shot. So
How many people are in
Hey,
West
here's my,
Virginia?
you want my
29?
feeling about it? If you got to pay somebody to get a shot, fuck them. You know? Go ahead, get COVID. I don't give a shit. I'm vaccinated. You can't, you know.
So the good news is Pfizer's about ready to approve. Well, not Pfizer. The FDA is about ready to approve 12 to 16-year-olds. Probably happen this week, and a lot of parents will be doing that, and it will take us closer to herd immunity. A lot of
I
professors.
have 2 potential grandkids in that list.
A lot of experts in the field are nervous that we may not get to herd immunity, and next winter, when colds and flus come around, we're back to lockdown and all that kind of stuff. So,
Well, what's going to happen after the 6 months is over? Are they going to suddenly find that it's still working, or are they going to find that we need to get another shot?
so what? We'll get another shot.
I'll get another shot.
I'll get
That's
another
being
shot.
talked about
Yeah.
quite often.
But right now, I think that what they're doing is they're doing away with these mass vaccination sites.
Yep,
They
smart
fi-
move.
They find that it's not needed now, and you can go to your local pharmacy, walk right in, boom, get it.
In New York, in California, but not all states. All states are. That's what Biden's going to do. He's going to ramp up the local pharmacies and doctors' offices, and after this weekend, pediatricians will get them. Those are the people trust those sites. I mean, they trust their doctor and stuff. And I think the rate of vaccinations will go way up.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I was picking up a prescription at Walgreens yesterday, and 2 people came in to get their COVID shots while I was waiting.
And as they exited, both of them got shot and killed. No,
You'll hear the interview when I play it, but I asked Bubbles today, I was talking with him, have you gotten the shot yet? He said, yeah, I got the polio shot. He said, I'm a little late, but I got it.
so he won't be getting his COVID shot until 2050 or something.
He hasn't gotten his shot yet. And I said, why? I think he just said, I don't know. He said, I just haven't gotten around to it. So,
Great.
Jeez.
you know, when I have a
He
friend.
live?
Hmm?
Doesn't he live out here in California somewhere?
Yes,
Yeah.
San Francisco.
So he's the one that hasn't got his shot in the city.
That's right.
Right. But anyway, yeah, he said, I haven't gotten my polio shot yet.
What's Connecticut doing, Jeffrey? Are they kicking
Yeah.
butt?
They're kind of farting around, but you know, I think a lot of people have been shot. already. So.
Good. Good.
But I don't know. I don't hear much from the governor or anything like that.
Excuse me, I need to put some eye drops in my eyes. They've been burning like crazy.
I'll just take over for you, Alex.
Yeah, take over, would you?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you know, I mean, what type of governor is it that doesn't contact his number one state person, Jeffrey Stein? I mean, you know.
Yeah.
Well, I
I
want
don't
to
know. He doesn't call me up at all.
Who doesn't call you up at all? The
I wouldn't
governor?
vote for him
Governor-
next time.
Of Connecticut.
Yeah. Who is the governor of Connecticut?
I don't even know his name. he's so important that I don't even know his name.
They must be doing an okay job there. I'd know my
Yeah,
governor.
I don't know what the hell he does.
You know, well, gee, well, you know, that happened to me though one day. I went to my neurologist, and so he asked me some questions. One of the questions was, "Who's the governor of New York?" And I just,
Blank.
blank. This was before Cuomo started really becoming popular.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't know who it was. And he said, "Well, okay, who's the mayor of New York?"
Oh my.
So,
The deer in the headlight look.
I said, "What is the problem here? You know, what's the story?" And I didn't know. Now I know in a second, you know, because of all the COVID and everything and the daily reports every day, and also the fact that he's been pinching women in the ass and things like that.
he's a tall guy, right?
Hmm?
He's a tall guy.
Yeah,
The mayor.
yeah. But he did. You know, I know it's Cuomo now. I know it's De Blasio, or as I like to call him, that asshole De Blasio. Yeah. Who's just hoping that things are bad enough for Cuomo that he's not going to run for governor so he can run.
Yeah.
Politicians,
Yeah.
if they're not handing out suckers to babies, they're stealing
Hey,
them.
listen, you know, as bad as Cuomo has all the stuff that's been said about Cuomo, I still think he's done a damn good job. You know? He saved my life, you know, so.
How?
Hmm?
How did he save your life?
Because I mean the restrictions he put into line and the pep talks he gave every day, you know.
That's just so you'd be able to say his name when asked.
Yeah, right. So anyway, oh God, my eyes are just burning something terrible.
Is it allergy season there?
It's allergy season, but it's not. They're not that high today, and yet on days when it's really high, my eyes don't burn, and on days when it's not that high, they do burn.
Have you been outside?
Oh yeah, I took a walk
Oh,
today.
well.
Took a what do you call it? About an hour long walk.
That's nice. I like the little video you did on YouTube. You walking around and Margie's with you on one of them or something like that. That's nice.
Yeah. We went up these steps that go up to Columbia University, which is just hellacious, the steps. And I fell. And my butt's still hurting.
Ow. You know, there was something in the news the other day that some of the people that got COVID shots at Columbia University, the lots were found to be faulty.
Really?
No.
Oh.
I remember Jeffrey got his there.
No, he got
Look
his.
on his face.
He got his at where? Harvard? Where did you get it? Where did
At Yale.
at Yale? Yeah, got it. At
Oh,
Yale.
Yale, Columbia, what do I know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It didn't work real well, but the look on his face anyhow.
No, I wouldn't. You know, but I just, you know, I don't know why I'm tired all the time like this. I mean, is it just pure boredom?
Maybe.
Is that
I get the
possible?
same way and I'm younger.
You're tired and you're bored? You're
Yeah. Well, I think it's COVID. I think, you know, being locked up for a long time, at least you're getting out. I'm getting out a little bit, but it's a slow pace. And I think that
I'm getting out, but it doesn't seem to pick me up. You know.
It's going to
maybe
take a
we need to
while.
go somewhere and see some more rats.
Do you think it's going to take a while? Do you feel tired, Jeff?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
But I'm feeling better.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, when I saw you walking around outside, I go, holy Mac, if he can do it, I guess I could do it too.
It's quite a slog, though, but I make sure I go up some steps and climb some hills and do things like that, you know.
Yeah, now I know you're crazy. Shit. I'd have a
Yeah, I've
heart
been working
attack.
from home for
What?
14 months now,
You
working
bet-
from home.
Working from
Yeah.
home? And you
And
have...
it's just, it's
Wow.
almost the same thing over and over again. You don't get an escape. You know, going to an
Yeah.
office was kind of an escape too at times.
But you
No
see-
socialization. It's hard.
Yeah, but wait a minute. Let me see here. My rings. See the rings are all?
Oh.
I don't know if you can see that.
From all the walking that you've done.
See? The rings are all, except the green ones you can't see because
What
it's
does that
green.
mean?
Because of the green screen.
It's my watch, and when I'm walking, it tells me how far I've walked and, you know, things like that. You know.
My iPhone does that too.
Yeah, yeah. It's the same thing that's on the iPhone, only it's on the
Okay.
watch. And then
I
I
knew-
also have a workout thing on the watch that I can turn on. You know, judges how far I've walked, and you know, so it's pretty good. You know, but I'm just exhausted. Last week I wasn't at one point, so I think it's the allergies and my eyes burning that just make it just terrible. So, and you know something, the more tired I say I am, the higher the numbers go in people watching. Do you figure that one out? You know, I just sit here trying to do my show, folks. So listen, Scott, how is it? How's your life going?
I love it.
No, wait a minute. I'm talking about the other Scott. Oh, by the way, we have the twin Scotts here today.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that, but we really do. Do you realize that the other Scott looks just like you, Scott? And now I get.
I can kind of see.
Except for the hair.
You see?
Yeah.
Except for the hair. Yeah.
Yeah, one's got a lot of hair and
Too much hair.
When did you start letting that
The
hair
wise
grow, Scott? Scott B.
October of 2016.
Oh, was it that long? Wow. Okay.
That long ago?
Yeah.
And have you cut it at all?
Yeah, my wife took an inch off it to straighten out the bottom a little bit, but yeah,
Yeah.
level it out.
How
It's
long
still
are you?
stringy.
How
It's
long?
too stringy.
Here,
What?
move it forward just so we can see how long it is in front
Oh,
of you.
it's incredible.
Look at that.
Wow.
There,
I
I
also
put my
wonder
camera
what
down a little
Bill
bit.
for that.
He's getting to look like Buffalo Bill. You know?
I'm Jesus in a Emery shirt
Yeah. Wow.
with glasses.
Yeah, yeah. But do you usually wear it in a ponytail, or do you wear it?
Yeah, you have to. You have to. It's yeah. I
See,
do anyway.
I used to have long hair. It used to come down to here, right? It started here, but it came down to here, and it came down to there. And I found that, you know, it was the time when it was in to wear your hair long, and I got to tell you, I suddenly realized why women hated having long hair. I mean, it is so much. To begin with, if you take a shower, how long does it take for your hair to dry?
It's hot here
2
in
days.
Texas, now, so it's okay.
How many days? You know, I mean, I used to take mine a long time to dry, and I had a hair dryer that I would use sometimes. But you know, I mean, it was just too much trouble.
That would damage my hair too much. I wouldn't do that.
And one day, I went to a barber, and he says, "How do you want me to cut it?" And I said, thought for a second. I went, "Cut it all off," and he did.
Okay.
And I felt great. And I went to this club that I always went to, where everybody hung out and so on and so forth. And I walked in, and everybody went, "What did you do to your hair?" And I said, he asked me what I wanted to do with it. I said, "Just cut it off. Just go ahead and cut it off." And they all went, "How could you do that? That's terrible. That's horrible." And I said, "Oh, well, you know, that's the way it is." And within a week, half the people I had talked to that night had cut their hair short. Everybody was waiting for somebody to cut their hair short because every guy had to admit it was a pain in the ass, you know. So I'm proud of you, Scott, that you've put up with it since, what, 2016?
Yeah.
Wow, nice.
Years.
What made you decide to do it?
Well, it was the election of November of that year.
Oh, okay. So,
Oh,
and then you said you wouldn't cut it short until Trump was out of office.
But
Yeah.
I liked it so much, I just kept it. So
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's fine.
or dead. Yeah.
Yeah. How do you guys feel Biden's doing?
He's doing pretty good.
I think he's doing a good job.
You say pretty good. So that some reservations there, Charlie?
Well, I didn't like that they bailed on the $15 minimum wage.
Yeah. I don't understand that. What is the reluctance to give people a $15 minimum wage? I mean, after all, they are working,
Yeah.
you know, give them some dignity, and that isn't even really a dignified rate.
Some states pay $15.
Yeah.
In some places in the Bay Area, they're making more than 15. Santa Clara County, I think it's 16 or 17 minimum.
Well, that's good. It's as it should
Yeah.
be. I mean, anybody who puts in a day's work should get more than that.
Absolutely.
You know-
even radio DJs.
Well, yeah. Somebody said to me, "How much do you think they should make?" I said, $25 an hour minimum.
Well, they say that's what it would be if the minimum wage had kept up with inflation since the 70s.
Yeah, but what is it? It's still like $7 or something.
It's $7.25 an hour.
God, how can you even do that? You know, how that's so
I
little.
wouldn't even pay my rent.
That's so little respect for people. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you have to pay a quarter more for a, Big Mac, who cares?
Yeah.
Well, listen, if a company like McDonald's can't afford to pay people a decent wage like that, then they don't deserve to be in business. You know? I mean, well, I always hate it when these companies expect us to go the freight for them. They're giant corporations.
Yep.
You know, McDonald's is going to survive even if they have to pay everybody $15 an hour.
Yeah.
You think a Starbucks is going to go out of business tomorrow because they went up to $15 an hour? Or do they? What do they pay? Anybody know?
No.
I mean, we should just stop going to places where people are being paid that little, and say we're just not even going to give you our money until you start spreading the wealth around a little bit.
Absolutely.
You know. So. I mean, Amazon was fought a raise in wage union.
Yeah.
And you know, they wouldn't have had to worry about it. Well, they didn't get the union didn't get brought in, but the best way you keep a union from coming in is by paying people decent wages and giving them decent perks. You know, and then it could be argued that you really should have a union, because if it wasn't a union, they wouldn't have gotten away with not having a union. You know, so I mean, I just, you know, I'm a union guy all the way, except my union fucked me over. But you know,
Zag.
yeah.
My wife's a nurse, and it's funny. Her hospital isn't unionized, but the hospital next to it is.
Yeah.
And when the union people get something, her hospital gives them the same.
Right on.
Keep the union out.
Yeah.
Which doesn't make a lot of sense, because they're still going to get Yeah.
Yeah. But probably the people in your hospital, in your wife's hospital, should vote the union in, because they got them those raises. They wouldn't have happened without them.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know. So you know, I just I believe in unions. I think they're what made the middle class in this country.
Oh,
You did.
And
Our numbers are going up.
huh?
Our numbers on live chat on YouTube, we're at 43. That's what happens when I come on the show. Haven't you
43.
noticed
It's
that?
39 right now. As soon as you mentioned it, it went to 39.
Yeah.
Mine says 43.
Really?
I just refreshed it. Still says 43.
Really? Mine says 39.
On YouTube live chat, yeah, 43.
Yeah, it's dropped. It's dropped about 4 or 5 since you said that.
Oops. Up now, I got 39. Damn it.
Now you got 39. Oh, okay.
I have a possibility for your itchy, swollen eyes.
Yeah.
Do they bother you when you're outside?
No, they bother me when I'm inside.
You have a cat allergy.
I don't have a
I
cat.
don't have cats.
Oh, oops. I heard you talk about cats. I thought maybe you had a cat. Forget it. Dr. Allen misjudged. You talk about all these cats. I thought you had a cat still.
Do I look sick to you, by the way? Do I look okay?
You
Yeah.
should take your temperature.
Huh?
I said you should take your temperature. I'm joking.
Wait a minute.
You
hold
look
on a second.
fine.
I'll go get my temperature.
There's nothing wrong. You look fine.
You need a little vitamin D, it looks like.
I take
Yeah, you gotta walk
I
out.
take vitamin D every day.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
didn't
a
you
little
know that,
sunlight on
Scott?
Well, I've been going out every day and taking a walk. I've been forcing myself to walk.
Good.
You know.
Is it cloudy there?
I mean, like, you look at this. You want to hear my record? Or here's what happened the last couple of days with me. Wait a minute, hold on a second.
Just go on YouTube on his channel and you'll see it.
No, wait a minute. Here we go. But to begin with, that's where I walked today. Can you see that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I walked to that. That's a whole. It looks like a penis there, doesn't it? Looks
It's a
like
strange looking penis.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and walk. It literally shows you where you walked, and I'm thinking of doing a
Penis
thing.
does?
No, where I walk in the shape of penis, so that I can
Oh.
have it. No, it's my penis walk. You know.
Penis walk. Yeah, you just go the direction your penis direction to.
But here we go. Let's see here. Let me show more here. There we go.
I
Okay,
think
so
we've seen
Saturday,
enough
Saturday
penis.
I walked 2.13 miles.
What does it look like? Does it look like a penis?
No. And then I walked 2.13 miles again on Sunday, and then 1.32 yesterday, and then 1.63 today. So it's pretty cool. And
See, around my neighborhood, it's really
here's where
boring.
here's where I went up to Columbia.
Oh.
That looks like two penises kissing.
Yeah.
Looks like.
Yeah. But I've been doing, you know, I've been getting out and walking.
I think you're doing better than I am.
But anyway, I
You
took
get
this
out
fall.
more.
I took this fall because I take this pill. I don't take it every day, and maybe I should. Maybe what I'm feeling is coming down off the pill after I do it for 3 days, and it's a controlled substance, and it's for my neuropathy, and I take it, and I think it is what it does, among other things, is it makes you a little unsteady. Your balance is thrown off because of the drug. You know what I'm talking about, Jeff?
Yeah, because I was looking at our drugs and seeing what the benefits of each
Yeah.
drug is and what the problems are from people who take them. And shit, there was a list of like 9 different things that could
Yeah.
happen
Well-
by taking this one drug.
Well, with pregabalin, which is what I take for my neuropathy, it throws your balance off. So I was walking up these stairs and my toe kind of hit wrong on one of the steps, and it completely. Then in normal cases, probably without this drug, I could have righted myself okay, but because I was taking this drug, it just kind of threw me off balance and I fell. And when I fall, I allow myself to fall. I don't, try to fight it, because then you can really break something. So anyway, so I fell on my ass, and my ass has been hurting for days now.
That's a good thing we don't have tails anymore.
Yeah.
And that way your
Yeah, drop
tailbone.
roll.
By the way, we're down to 34 people because we started talking about old people's drugs.
Why don't you take your pregabalin or whatever it is? Why don't you take it every day? Your body will get used to it, and that way you won't have side effects.
Yeah, but then I'm addicted to it.
So
I don't
what?
know.
I've known someone with bad neuropathy in their legs. Marijuana helped tremendously.
Yeah, but marijuana, it makes me loopy,
I wouldn't know
What a
that.
fall.
And I do smoke pot every night. When I'm not taking the pregabalin, which is a great sleeping pill, okay, I smoke pot, and it puts me to sleep. But then I wake up around 6:30 in the morning. I gotta go and take another, drag off a joint and go back to sleep, and that lets me sleep. But I don't take marijuana at any other times because it makes me sleep, and I just get very tired and very sluggish, and I'm also not very sociable. So,
What about when you're smoking marijuana?
That's marijuana.
Have you been smoking?
Okay. How many here smoke pot? It doesn't look like I got a bunch of pot smokers here.
Not
See?
Like
anymore.
CBD I've done, but it hasn't really worked.
CBD?
Actually.
What do you take it for?
Well, I got like anxiety, got PTSD.
Oh,
So I'm
okay.
trying to do that, but I think gradually I'm going to work my way to other things. But
Like diazepam?
yeah.
That would probably solve the problem.
Diazepam is Valium.
Valium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I take a Lazapram or whatever. It's generic.
Anything with the prams in it,
Xanax.
they're all
Yeah.
relaxers.
Take generic Xanax. But why would anybody buy a non-generic any longer? I mean, do generics, are they cheaper in general?
Yeah.
Because I've looked at some generics that cost as much as the thing they were generic for.
I've seen drugs like that too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mainly, like the doctor put me. I have anxiety, and the doctor put me on
Yeah.
Cymbalta, the generic form.
I
And
only take drugs that Jerry Lewis would prescribe. That's why I'm taking pregabalin.
Yeah, I'm on Lexapro.
Lexapro.
Mhm.
The Cymbalta drove me nuts. 3 weeks later, I was ready to jump off a bridge.
Oh, wait a minute.
Had to get off
Cymbalta.
Had to get off it.
I like my favorite food additive, riboflavin. These are all Jerry Lewis drugs. Well, that's my bit for tonight. So.
All right.
You guys hear there's rumors of a second dossier,
Yeah, I heard
which
that.
includes video, possibly, that they
Maybe
have
the
of Trump
P-tape.
and so forth.
You mean
Yeah.
there's a P tape?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Was this another thing done by the Steel guy? Or
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
That's
yes.
the second one that he's done.
Still dossier, yeah.
I just wish why is what's taking their time getting the goods on Trump? I mean, yeah, it was fun that Giuliani got busted at 6 a.m, and the joke going around was he had to get out of his coffin. But he enough with Giuliani and these people. I want Trump to be busted in the middle of the night, and it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Or if they're
it's
going
gonna
to,
happen.
huh?
It's going to happen.
You think it's going to happen?
Oh yeah.
They
You
got
think-
to get all the ducks in a row.
Yeah.
You
Got to
think-
make it,
yeah,
perfect.
yeah.
You got to make it
When you
perfect.
go after the
Yeah,
king, you better not miss.
Right.
You get the low-hanging fruit
One
first,
shot.
and then you go for the big stuff.
There's a video of Trump when he was organizing that group to run over there to the senators and
Yeah.
beat the shit out of everybody. Okay.
Mhm.
Well, apparently some judge has that video and has seen it several times.
Oh, really?
But now I think he's thinking about giving it so everybody can see it, and it guarantees that Trump was really motivating to run.
Oh well,
that.
it's obvious he was inciting.
Oh, it's obvious is great, but you got to have a little bit of proof.
You got to
And
have proof.
you know this video of him cackling at watching TV when the riot was going on.
Well, I'll tell you what was worse. Do you know worse than Trump that day was Giuliani? Did you hear the speech he gave?
Yeah, pretty bad.
It was terrible.
Yeah, but he was just a lawyer, and you got to expect a bunch of crap out of his mouth because he's a lawyer.
Apparently, he's not a very good lawyer because he hasn't been able to take care of himself.
Nope.
And you know who he went out and got to be his lawyer in this whole thing?
Who?
Alan Dershowitz.
Oh no. Oh man,
Yeah,
what a mess.
yeah.
I'm surprised he
You
didn't.
say that. I have to tell you that I like one attorney,
Which one?
Pam.
Who?
His wife.
Oh, your
His
wife.
wife.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
He does like
He's
her.
not the governor.
What
It's
kind?
okay.
What kind of law does she practice?
Environmental.
Oh, okay, fine.
Nice.
Well, anytime I've got hay
But she
fever,
doesn't practice.
anytime I've got hay fever and I want to sue somebody, I'll call her. Okay. I mean, that's a great law to practice. It makes you feel really good,
No.
about what you're doing.
Alex, my brother-in-law's an environmental lawyer.
Yeah.
He works for the chemicals and oil people, so they can just figure out the minimum amount of shit they can get away with.
Oh God. Oh geez, almighty.
He used to do that. He retired. Now he just consults. But anyway, yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. So, and is she still doing it full time? No.
Pam, no.
No. No.
No, she's got to take care of Jeffrey. He's a full-time husband.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
also has her 90.
Well, God, I wish I had. I wish I had enough fuck you money that I could have a full-time lawyer on retainer.
Yeah.
Just so that anybody that pissed me off, I go sue him. Yeah, just go sue him. I don't care. If I had $1 billion, I'd be suing people like crazy.
Okay, Donnie.
Really? Why not?
And we'd have to watch what we say on the show. Otherwise, we'd get
No,
sued.
Trump always used to say he was going to sue somebody, but he never had the money to do it with. I'm talking about having the money to do it with.
Yeah.
That I could just throw a frivolous lawsuit at Donald Trump just so I could sit there and watch him squirm. That's what fuck you money is, a wonderful thing to have if you can lay your hands on it. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Usually the people who have fuck you money don't pay rent.
Wait a minute.
You like
Or
poking
inherit
the
it.
bear.
If they're rich, they don't have to.
So let me
rent.
ask you one last question. Do I look healthy? Do I look
Yes,
healthy?
you look fine.
You look.
There's nothing wrong with you. I don't know what's wrong. You look healthy. You look okay.
For 81, you look great.
Huh?
For 81, you look awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you look great.
But I happen to be 31.
And you got a sharp
You're not
mind.
so good.
I had a woman that told me once, always lie about your age. Lie upward. Because then everybody will go, boy, he looks great for his age. But if you lie about your age the other way, they go, looks like shit for their age.
Right.
So always lie upward.
So he's really 90.
Hey, that's it for tonight. We've had a nice little time here. It's been a nice little night of
Been
chatting.
good.
Have you enjoyed it, Scott? Because
Yes.
we're glad to have you back.
And the other Scott, too. Yes.
Yeah, and the other Scott. And,
Hopefully you
and
come
they
back
both
and see
look
us.
alike. And of course, Jeff, you're terrific. And Alan, you're terrific. And Charlie, you're terrific. And me, I'm terrific too. Everybody, give a big wave goodbye. I'll give you a big wave goodbye back at you. There they go, ladies and gentlemen. That's the citizen panel for tonight. Jack Bishop is next. He'll be here with the intersection. He'll be using Skype, okay? And the address on Skype is, okay, get this, Gabnet Live. Very simple, Gabnet Live, GABNET-LIVE. I'll see you again tomorrow night. We have a sports show on at 8:30 with the franchise MC, and then I will be back here at 10:30 tomorrow night, Eastern Daylight Time. And in the meantime, as always, and I like to say this with a great emphasis, if you see her, tell her I love her. And by the way, wear a mask out there, get vaccinated, and stay safe. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye.